My name is Yoni Levoritz, and I'm from the Levoritz Law Firm, located in downtown Manhattan and also located in Nassau County. Today I'd like to talk to you about relocation cases. Relocation cases are very complicated and difficult because they involve a multi-factor analysis that was put together by the Court of Appeals. And they are not all-inclusive factors, but they are factors that the courts have to apply in order to come to a conclusion about whether or not a child should be able to relocate with a parent. The first factor in dealing with these issues is the good faith basis of the parents in the deciding to move, and the opposition to that, of course, is the good faith basis in opposing the move. So when dealing with these situations, we try and look at the very best possible reasons to present to the court as to why it's in the best interest of the child to make the move. One of the issues that comes up pretty regularly are economics. Economics are a basis to make the move, depending upon the situation, of course. The name of the case that deals with these issues, and you can Google this, is Tropia versus Tropia. And that will basically list off the factors that a court has to look at, basically strictly, okay, when it comes to a case that's done after your custody and visitation matter, or not so strictly when it comes to a case where you're basically deciding the best interest of the child and you're deciding the overall custody case. So when you're dealing with the initial custody case, that is the best time to make a move for relocation. Now, in terms of the case law, we can see that the best reasons given are the cases that are granted. For example, there was a case, Schwartz versus Schwartz, where a woman wanted to move from the downtown Brooklyn area to the area located in Staten Island. I'm making this up now. Maybe that was 15 miles. Maybe that was 10 miles. Not a very long distance. Not a very long space between the place where the mother resided to the place where the mother wanted to move. But her move was denied. And her move was denied based upon traffic patterns for the most part. So she had the ability to go ahead and put forth better reasons, but she failed to do so, either because she didn't have them or she did not put enough time into thinking about them. Then you have a case that I recently worked on, which is on appeal, which don't know if I'll win or lose, but it dealt with a concept called economic necessity. Economic necessity is the process of needing to preserve the economic status quo or improve the economic status quo. In that particular case, which I worked on, we had a situation where the mother was basically moving to Binghamton, which is about 4 hours away from where the father lived. And that move was denied by the trial court, and it's now up on appeal. But the reason why I think it may be successful on appeal, although you can never tell one way or another, is because of the doctrine of economic necessity. She needed to move because she couldn't afford to live in New York City. She simply couldn't make enough money to support herself and take care of herself, and the father was very uncooperative in terms of child support. So she had to put herself in a situation where she had the ability to have a roof over her head and to have the stability that she needed in terms of, again, the necessity of having a stable life to be able to provide for the child, which goes towards the best interest of the child. So here we have two examples of two different reasons. One, a person who wants to make a move and doesn't really have a good reason. And two, a case where there really is a very good reason for making the move. I'll update you when I get the results of the appeal, and we could talk about what the appellate division said when that time comes. But when you're dealing with these cases, think about the reason first. Have yourself a reason which is absolutely ironclad that shows why you have to go ahead and make the move. For example, you have a job at a bank, and at that bank you are making $1.5 million a year, and they're laying off people and cutting jobs and cutting all these different resources. And you go ahead and you look for a job to try and make the same $1.5 million a year. You do your due diligence, you create job logs, you do everything that you have to do, but you can't find the job that's going to pay you what your old bank used to pay. The doctrine of economic necessity then comes into play. How are you going to support your family and your child on 50% of what you were earning beforehand? So again, you put yourself in a position where you have the ability to present the doctrine of economic necessity. These things also come up in dealing with moves or relocations when it comes to banks or other corporations telling you, move or you're going to be fired, move or you're going to be laid off. And then you're stuck in a position trying to find another job. But if you can't find another job, your remedy is relocation. Again, my name is Yoni Levoritz, and I'm from the Levoritz Law Firm. Thank you very much for spending your time with me today. I wish you the best. Thank you.